And now it is time to go and investigate Noveria. Planet where some sort of sinister researches are being done. And Normandy is flying to the space.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Alright. Yeah, autosave, quite convenient thing. And things are in here are quite well. There's a reason why Spectre is comes to investigate this place, and that's a rogue Spectre. So let's just bring out the alien friends, which is to say Dr. Tessoni and Garrus Vakarian. But I wonder what was the Garrus's basically rank in the Citadel security? Was he some sort of detective or officer or basically non-commanding officer? He certainly has done
the commanding
investigations,
officer is ashore.
he has a tendency to
has the deck.
unusual for Turian in the sense that he has habit of acting first and thinking later and ignoring protocol, while Turian's stereotype is that they are very sticklers and strict about doing things protocol and by the book. But
that's far enough.
Well,
something wrong, officer?
You better hope there isn't. This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, man. We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Let's not start a fight.
If you think this is best, Commander.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs. Behave yourself.
well, that could have gone better, but it definitely could have gone worse into a shootout. This place smells rotten. As in not sense that physically rotten, but in
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analeas. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
Well, that's their
you
policy.
understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Well,
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia? She is here?
Passed through? Where is she now?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
well,
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The Board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
well, can I
We
trust
talked
you?
about her before. But things change when you're up against something. If it's her or me, who would you shoot?
I meant what I said before. Her actions are wrong. If you would feel safer leaving me on the Normandy, I will stay. But I would like to see her. Maybe I can persuade her to come peacefully.
Well, she can try.
I don't think that's likely. But you can try.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Yeah. She's gonna be a very important character in the whole
Welcome
trilogy.
to Port Hanchett,
Actually,
the
these
galaxy's
all
most
are going to
respected
be very
site for
important
independent
characters.
scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
And here I am, higher in this place. And there's a Hanar here.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanchan. News travels fast here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate.
Well,
maybe later. Right now, I need supplies. Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Alright. Basic trade stuff that you can buy. Nothing really unusual about that. And I might do the smuggling off screen to this because it would demand just something like a bit running around of this place. And this is actually quite a big location, and there's a blizzard outside. Not same as in reality where I'm making this. Real interesting decor with all these ribbed walls. But there's the administrator. Oh, actually, no, that was the...
How can I help you?
Well, let's have a chat with her that, yeah, I'm gonna talk with the big head honcho around here.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Annaleas.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleas?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Yeah, he sounds Salarian. Salarians are good at science and business and not thinking ahead.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
You have a problem with colonials?
No appreciation for economics. Protectionists and communists, all of them. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Well, I'm on a mission.
I'm conducting an investigation. It's a matter of galactic security.
Yes, isn't everything? I will not allow you to harass our clients. This world is private property.
Well...
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
Let's ask Benezia.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Well...
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
So why is she
What brought
here?
her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
So I'm going.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Yep. Salarian administrator.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Was that a hint? What she mentions?
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So what?
All right. What would you do?
Talk to Lorik Keene. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
And mention of Asari commandos is a foreshadowing, and the game's files say that Asari commandos are extremely good soldiers, as in elite of the galaxy level, so good soldiers. So let's just check out the map. There's plaza, administrative office, there's a big garage. And because the administrator here is such a prick, I'm gonna actually agree to do the smuggling part.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'll help.
Pistol.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Ananias. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with? I'm just browsing right now. This one awaits your return.
And when you look about it, Hanar are basically they need those Mass Effect floaty things and suit to not get squished, because well they are basically some sort of sentient medusae, of course they also need those. They need lots of technology to communicate with other sentient beings of the galaxy, and suffice to say, they are polite. Actually, they are very polite. But let's just look at just the map. Oh yeah. There's my ship, where I'm going to investigate. And this location has this real good, you could say, mood of foreshadowing and this kind of gloom that something big and something scary is going on. And it's just with the visual and ambient sound. Real good, this kind of game design. Oh yeah, I'm quite certain that those guys did notice that I just walked inside, walked in here, grabbed some stuff, walked out, and I'm gonna now walk back in. Definitely there is nothing suspicious about this kind of little activity going around. But let's just check the map. Did this place have anything interesting? Yeah, the locations may still be quite difficult to navigate through, because these kind of samey corridors are unfamiliar to Shepard and all that. And it's yeah, well. Dr. Tassoni has very humanoid features, which means she's easy on her eyes. Of course, games like these need
Greetings,
something.
Spectre. Have you brought the package?
Well, yeah, there it is. Keep it.
Here you are. The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
Well, let's...
Would you have had any chance of getting this past customs without me? You can be a bit more generous. The other's words possess the discomforting ring of truth. This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
Well, good enough.
It'll have to do. This one is glad to have come to an agreement. I'm just browsing right now. This one awaits your return.
Well, yeah, and also interesting when it's a matter of those.
The managers warned us about you, Spectre.
Yeah, and they warned pointlessly. Because, well, the Spectre is not here to blow up things, and I would find it quite strange or law in assuming that Saren could be actually conducting matters as a businessman if he would be a Spectre. Of course, he's no longer Spectre. His status has been revoked, so he could just concentrate on his regular businesses. But still, I wonder, did Saren came along in here to as a basically private citizen or as a Spectre? Because if he was Spectre, they probably had all info that his status has been revoked. But there's Lori Queen, a Turian.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Keen? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analaeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
Oh.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analaeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analaeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Mr. Analaeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Oh, yeah. And there's an Asari.
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
Oh.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here's the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I've assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Well,
tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you.
she weirdly enough, she has quite round face for an Asari. Not that sharp and decent one. She basically interesting little detail in face things. No, let's not wave guns.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
Mr. Vargas, Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Military. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
Well,
I might be. That depends on what sort of offer your company can make.
It was my understanding that the Alliance contracted to Mars Gene for its enhancement programs.
I'm sure you know that we pass a new budget every fiscal year. If it delivers a better soldier, contracts can change.
A sound business practice. Excuse my hesitation, I've never heard a government accused of good business sense. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
I've never heard of a technique that improves zero-gravity endurance.
It's a first for the industry. The advent of element zero-based artificial gravity made it a less pressing concern. We're still waiting for tests to give us an average improvement. We estimate a 7 to 11% decrease in muscle loss rates. I can get you those improvements for 30K credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package, guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
Well,
are you sure that's the best price you can offer?
Absolutely, that's the standard rate. Of course, if the government moves forward with this on an official level, there might be some additional discounts. I have to admit, it surprised me that you're here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
He's nervous, so...
I wear a lot of hats, Mr. Vargas. Some days I shut down criminals, some days I defuse nukes. Some days I like to enjoy private vices. You understand me?
I suppose. My apologies. Your manner is rather informal for a business meeting.
Well, that was my...
I'm sorry, Mr. Vargas. That's a call I have to take. Thank you for your time.
Of course, Commander Shepard.
Well, that was done. Just spoke some nonsense to a guy.
Any results?
Yeah.
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
Only 500. All right. I thought you might have wanted to provide more. Since you couldn't do it yourself, I mean.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Yeah, old-fashioned company little schemery. Nothing really, you could say, unusual for this kind of thing. And I hope that I didn't pick a wrong elevator. Most likely I didn't, but still, checking out the map should tell. Yeah, there it is. Synthetic insights. Quite shady, very shady place around here. And Asari commandos. Actually, as you might say, well, Shepard is N7. That's something like a futuristic special forces soldier, which makes him quite much a very elite human soldier. Then there are Asari commandos. They are best soldiers Asari have.
Spectre, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for my ego's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Yeah, looks like some sort of local, some sort of bit shady character. But then again, not all. Even though Turians have reputation of being very by the book, legal, and all that, there's billions of them, so not all of them can be completely or cannot be completely.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
What are you doing in these offices?
The administrator's orders. Laura Keene is under investigation.
Analaeus is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Analaeus has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Well, that made things a little bit easier. But it still might be something like a... Let's go on. Yeah. Mercenaries. Yeah, shotgun does the job quite well, in fact. Yeah, and they will try to loot this place down, but there's a technician kit with some stuff. Wall safe with... I do say that this main mission, this longer mission, this mission is actually quite long, so it most likely becomes a two-parter, maybe even three-parter, depending on how much damage and problems there might be happening. And there's his office, Laura Keene. And interestingly enough, there's a stereotype about Turians is that they are not that good, they are not competent or not that interested in being businessmen, even though there are plenty of successful, wealthy businessmen. But it's not. But they are not in a sense that really good at enterprises. Yeah, now I got the Laura Keene's documents. It would be easier to say that why there is nothing shady going on, and a couple of and these guys showed up.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Oh.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Analaeus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
Well, I'm on a mission.
I have a mission to complete. I did what I had to.
Yeah, shotgun load takes her down. And now we bring out the assault rifle. Yep. Not the most subtle way of doing things. But Shepard is something that, yes, he can negotiate. And then when negotiations go to fail completely, shooting begins. And punching as well. Rifle butt to the face causes pain. So, time to have a chat with the Lordy Keen again about, yep, I got the documents and I caused quite immense damage to the mercenary scum there is as well.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Oh yeah, Annalase's
Probably
thoughts.
Annalaeus' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, there's so much scheming going around in this place that it would be most likely if there would be some sort of killer robot running around the place and killing all the killing schemers around here. It would most likely be something that it could keep doing it, or it would either kill everybody around here, or would just simply not it would simply run out of. It would not run out of targets to kill. And so far I prefer Mr. Keen's view on this matter. Mostly because he was much more upfront about his intentions and goals and stylings. But let's have a chat with her first.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
What do you want?
The Executive Board knows about Annalaeus' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the Board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
Well, I have a
I'd like to help you, Miss Parasini, but I need Keen's garage pass. It's vital to my mission.
Yes, fate of billions and all that. I couldn't possibly understand how important your work is. You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Annalaeus is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Well, yeah.
Alright, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
So, there's plenty of scheming going on, even more than expected.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
Yeah, testify against
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Annalaeus.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Well, he would be a hero, and Turians appreciate, you could say, social acceptance. It's not so much they are obsessed with it, but he would most likely.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Annalaeus' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the Executive Board to work here.
The Board is investigating Annalaeus. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well, I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
Yep, and he is actually quite honest about the matter as well. Not the most, you could say, friendly, or maybe even you could say likable person. Because, well, Turians are just so matter of fact and do the business. But I wonder how much have I actually been. I wonder is that internal investigate Parasini herself at the side of Annalaeus is that she pretends to be internal investigator, but she isn't. She's actually her his henchwoman. I would not be surprised of that kind of thing, that kind of scheme going on as well. There's the docking bay. Let's run. Because there's lots of. But I do say that the setting is really. The Mass Effect universe is very, very solid and consistent. You could say about that. Even despite it already was completely new when this came out, it had nothing supplemental or origin material. It was extremely good. I would say it was very, you could say, solid and trustworthy. That in the solid and consistently designed at this moment, even its inception, it was very consistent and correct, which, suffice to say, damn it, I messed up. Places and bloody maze. Once again, travel with a lift. Disguises loading of the next location, but at least it's, in a sense, there's an explanation, reason why there would be this kind of interruption to the basic gameplay of, with this big elevator having to go move around. Oh yeah, it was over there. It was the administration office. Kind of confusing layout still in the place. I wonder, does this become yet more of the of things called shootouts? But she does have a question.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
Well, what about the garage?
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Yep. Shepard does have a sense of humor that there's nothing as satisfying as public humiliating spectacle to somebody who is a crook. It would be, it's something like a yep. All these little moments of seeing a crook, especially with that kind of style going out, makes all that bureaucratic nonsense and all that worth it. But I guess here is the garage. Just check at the map. Yep, there it is. Let's have a.
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
Yeah.
He was corrupt.
Most people here are. I wish you could take them all down. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Analeus. And the Matriarch came through.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Yeah, he doesn't appear particularly friendly.
Access to the garage is restricted.
And I have a pass.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Yeah. Death. Stalkers.
See, these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Destroyers. Yeah. And of course, Jet Stalkers have this quite dangerous ability that they scan your sensors. Destroyers, well, they are bigger and tougher and more dangerous than.
What are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
They're Geth platforms. And for some reason, Venezia brought them along. Oh yeah, passed for the weapons. No doubt about that. They passed through the weapon inspection. That will blown up real badly. But yep, not only things very shady things are going around in here. Oh, thanks to Saren and her henchwoman Venezia. Oh, but it's time to end this episode right here. There was lots of scheming going around in here. Or at least break this episode right here. See you next time, maybe.